Greetings, metal community. Yeah, Scott has given us the questions for the metal tag, and of course I'm on board. I'm gonna go straight into it. I will link up his questions below, so you can go and join in. If you already haven't, I've seen a couple already, and it's cool. Fall Starts album, an album that you didn't kind of like at first, but it grew on you. I picked out, and this was kind of pretty instant reminder. Head of Demon, Satanas Trismegistos. This album is very weird. Kind of a. This was a blind buy. It's out on Invictus Records. I think they're from Finland, and I think I read a review which said, kind of death doom or occult doom. And first heard it, I thought the guitars was, they're very dry guitar sound on here. It's like, even drier than normal doom or classic doom. But so I was kind of first listening. But there was something about the second song that had a cool riff, so I played it several times and really dig this album. This is kind of a occult classic doom with harsh vocals. It's kind of a little bit twisted, but a really cool album. So if you haven't heard Head of Demon, this is their second album. They have released 3 albums in total. Really cool band. Then album with a war theme, that was a very easy choice for me. 1914 with Where Fear and the Weapons Meet. They are basing their whole band on the First World War, trench wars. So fantastic. This is black metal with kind of very heavy production, kind of almost a death metal sound to the guitars. I'm going to see them on the Infernal Festival this year, so that should be great. They are from Ukraine as well, so 1914. Most influential artist the last or past 10 years. I was first thinking about Warl Dane. He's always been a big inspiration for me, vocally, musically, and as a great lyricist. But also I wanted kind of, because I'm sure a lot of people won't pull out drummers, I would pull out Dark Side, the drummer of Mgwa or MGLA. It's pronounced Mgwa. So he's just a fantastic drummer, and he kind of I love his playing, and it's just an excellent drummer. And when I watch his drum videos, I'm just, I'm all in for that. So if you haven't seen his drum videos, go and check out Dark Side from Mgwa. Album that energizes you, another album that was pretty easy for me to pick out. It's Necromantheon. Visions of Trismegistos. Yes, there's a second album with Trismegistos on. Norwegian... evil, brutal thrash, technical thrash, fantastic album. Every time I listen to this, I actually want to do a mosh pit, but I don't do that anymore. But it's just a fucking killer album, and if you like your thrash, brutal and technical, go and check out Necromantheon. This album is just a killer, and it's full throttle, great riffs, headbanging stuff, and as I said, mosh pit. Big freeze, been a cold winter, several places. One that I picked out 2, you have to have Immortal at Heart of Winter when you talk about icy covers. But also kind of the second one that popped into my head was have it in the title as well, Blood on Ice with Battery, a lot of winter, landscape on it. Another excellent album. So that was the winter covers. Yeah, then we have question 7 was a song title with royal ties. Pretty easy again. Hall of the Mountain King, you know, the title track. Hall of the Mountain King. This was the second one I thought of. I thought of course, Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, but Metal Mikey picked that as well, so I went with my second one. Green cover, I had several to pick from, but I tried to pick one that I don't think a lot of people will pick, and that's Body Farm with Dreadlord. I think they are from Netherlands. Play kind of a HM2 driven Asphyx, but yeah, killer cover as well. So and green here as well. So yeah, love the cover and great album. Sorry, I have to re-sleeve. Album from 2021 that I kind of didn't play in 2022, and I kind of went back and thought of my top 20 list last year, and on the 20th place was Cryptosis. I haven't played this for over a year. Bionic Swarm, excellent technical, slightly progressive thrash from, I would say, Belgium. But yeah, killer album, and I'm definitely going to play it now when I pull it out. But yeah, actually the only one from my top 20 list of 21 that I didn't play last year. So cool to have it on the list so I could pull it out again. And then we have Best Find, old and new. For me, easy, you know, an original pressing of Leaf Scars. Apart from a little dent in the corner, this is pretty nice. The vinyl was also, yeah, almost minty fresh, but very happy to find it, and it was not that expensive compared to a lot of others. Then we have the 11th question, new band discovery of 2022, again pretty easy. It was from Chile, of course, Suppression, The Sorrow of Soul Through Flesh, just an excellent kind of brutal death metal, technical, just yeah, you know me, I am a big fan of the Chilean metal scene, and yeah, Suppression was one of the best this year. Album sold to you by a song, and that's first I thought it was this album actually, and it's not an album I like. Lake of Tears with Ill Will came out in 2011. For those who don't know Lake of Tears, it was kind of discovered by Lord Malm from Cemetery, and the first album was pretty interesting. It had a lot of good songs and was kind of yeah, they looked at they could be a big band, but I don't think they got there. This album was kind of, I wouldn't have bought it, but then I heard this last song, Midnight Madness, on YouTube or something, and that was kind of almost a black metal song, a really good song. So I bought the album, but the rest of the album is not very good, all over the place. But yeah, he managed to sell me an album by one song, and the rest is kind of more like Typo Negative, later Catatonia. There's some Metallica hints here and there as well. So yeah, great song that sold me the album, but didn't like the album. Most anticipated album of 2023, of course, you know, Obituary's new album is out soon. Especially the second single from that album was fucking awesome. So, but my most anticipated must be Atheist's new album that are, you know, Mr. Sheffer said himself, you know, in an interview with Metal Madness. Yeah, that the album would come this year. It has been in the making for a long time, or been ready for a long time, but I think there was some trouble with labels again. So Atheist is my number one on the anticipated lists. 23rd album from your shelf, and I picked from this shelf. I have several shelves, so it's kind of, but you know, most people will pick stuff from A, so this was a D. This is a Disungalium with Death leading. Kind of a, again, like a lot of my music, black and death, slightly doom stuff, but a great album. So if you haven't heard Disungalium, go and check them out. It's pretty cool cover as well. So yeah. Then we flip the page. Last album that gone into my collection, well, that's the new Ming. I did get a bunch of them at the same time, but Med Hamri, excellent Icelandic black metal killer album. A little bit more mid-paced. I mean, they do play fast as well, but a little bit slower than the previous two albums. But a great atmosphere, and they have kind of this Icelandic feel to them. They do have some more kind of interludes and stuff like that. But they work. But hope they don't incorporate more in the future. But overall, a killer album. So Ming, if you need some good black metal. A random pull. Yeah, we can go in there and take out this one. Ah, cool. Office, Stream of Misery. I couldn't do it more random than that. So yeah, killer Death Doom or whatever. Yeah, Funeral Doom, Death Doom. Excellent band from Germany, if I don't remember wrong. Have a great discography as well. So Office was my random pull. A band discovered by social media. I do, of course, as many say they do with me, you know, watch channels on YouTube and get good tips about good albums. This one was a band, the Brain Smasher, who showed in one of his videos, and this is a Scourgement with Nidegu Facent Scourgement Mesorga. Old Swedish, I think. Great black metal, has very much this 93, 94 sound to them. Kind of have a lot of great leads, and then they go into like just primitive black metal, very well balanced, great atmosphere on it. Killer vocals as well. He do have kind of two sets of vocals, so but they're not very different from each other. But Scourgement is a killer black metal release. So if you haven't checked this album out, you should. If you're into the you know, early mid 90s black metal. And then where do you see your collection progressing in the near or the next 5 years? I will continue buying stuff, but of course, if the vinyl prices you know, continue to climb, I need to go back and buy more CDs. I want stuff on physical formats, but you know, we might have to cut down on and just kind of sharpen more the towards the killer albums instead of buying the amount that I do. But yeah, for me, it's kind of, I do have a budget, and but it's kind of room for some price changes. I will also do a little bit more like I did this year, I think, you know, wait for certain items to come on sale. There's been a lot of sale this year as well, so I picked up a lot on my want list on sale. So I will continue doing that, but it is depending on the prices. Of course, the shipping cost as well can turn you down a little bit. But apart from that, my collection I will downscale because my collection is too big. So I will get rid of a lot of stuff. I do have yeah, my younger brother is into metal, so I will of course give away a lot of my stuff to him, and probably sell some stuff, and you know, VCLT stuff to just get rid of a lot of stuff. And I know I have several hundred CDs that I can throw in the bin as well. So yeah, that will be kind of continue the way I did this year, because I didn't buy all the, you know, I didn't buy as much demos and EPs this year because I kind of want to concentrate on full lengths. I enjoy EPs and I still do buy them, but for me it's kind of a little bit waste to get a physical format in with 2-3 songs and 50 minutes of music when you can have 40 minutes, 50 minutes of music. So that's kind of for the same price. So that's kind of I think that will happen. When it comes to price of vinyls, I was touching a little bit on earlier. It's kind of some labels are very expensive, like, you know, Nuclear Blast with this stupid double vinyl. I hope and Season of Mist also is one label that is pricing their stuff high. There's some labels that are, you know, Misako and Osmos Records, they do have low prices still, so I don't see why there's so big difference. The 6-7 euros difference on a vinyl release. I don't know why that's going on, but hopefully it will come down a little bit on the vinyl, so it's kind of they can't push the prices that high. So they just have to wait and see, you know, and adjust. So yeah. Then we were a new release that you didn't buy because of the price. Well, there's several I haven't bought because of the price, but some of them was also due to terrible color variations, like Undeath, and also the Temple of Void. A lot of shitty colors. I don't think Undeath even did have a black vinyl, so I will probably pick that up on CD. But the one that I really wanted on vinyl is the new Werewolves that came out last year from the Cave to the Grave. That is sickly and expensive. Prosthetic records stuff are very expensive here in Europe, so I would go for Werewolves on that. A song that doesn't belong or lets an album down. First of all, you know, I hate. I have two picks for that as well. I hate, you know, cover songs on albums, especially when they put it in the middle. And Abbott did that last year and Trapped Under Ice. I mean, it's an okay cover, but it's crappy, and it totally destroys the second side of his album, and by putting it in the middle. So yeah, but you know me, I'm disliking cover songs, but you know, put them dead last if you absolutely have to have it. Another album that are totally ruined by and that's I've shown this before, you know, Demoniac, again from Chile, if I remember correctly. Technical progressive thrash, but the guy on vocals and guitar, he also played clarinet, and I think it's the song, third song, Extravadio. It's kind of a free jazzy shit song with you know, a clarinet all over. I mean, just clarinet, and I fucking hate that song. Apart from that, this is a killer album. If you haven't heard it, go and check it out. But you know, saxophone and clarinet has nothing to do in metal. That's my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks to Scott for the questions once again. Hope I have answered all of them. And be sure.